My parents embedded a stone inside my chest. At first, I thought they just wanted me to remember them forever. But today I found out that stone was actually alive. It pulled me into a mysterious space, and the first thing I saw were two massive mechs standing there. That's when it hit me. These two mechs were the real inheritance my parents left behind. Turns out this world is ruled by mechs. Become a mech pilot, and you're basically at the top of the food chain. Regular people? They don't even register as human to these guys. Of course I wanted to become one too, and not just for the million-credit salary. I wanted a mech of my own. One powerful enough to tear through the ashlands and find my missing parents. Bring them home, right then. While I was staring starry-eyed at the big screen in the space, my ex walked up, with some rich kid. Without a word, he kicked me straight into a pile of trash. People saw the junior mech pilot badge on him, and nobody dared step in. Only my boy had the guts to speak up. Who do you think you are? My ex shot back without blinking. I'm disciplining my ex, mind your own business. What she didn't know, my blood had dripped onto the crystal my parents left behind. My consciousness got yanked into a dark space. I had no idea what was going on. Then the rich kid's figure started taking shape inside the space. Before I could even figure out how he got there, he rushed me and knocked me down. Wait, can I actually replay his attacks over and over in here? After all those rounds, this time, you're not laying a finger on me, it's my turn. When I opened my eyes, the rich kid was still going off on me. I got up and said, ice cold. The physical strength of a junior mech pilot. I've been wanting to see what that's really worth. He charged at me the second I said that. My boy next to me could barely watch. But I'd already run through this fight with him 300 plus times in the space. There's no way he's landing a hit. I barely shifted my body and slipped right past his punch. Then I spun around and dropped him with one shot. But then, from the building behind us, a mech pilot leaped down from above. Caught completely off guard, he shoved me back hard. He looked down at me, dripping with contempt. A commoner daring to lay hands on a mech pilot. If you've got a problem with that, remember my name, Gao Mingzi, Enforcement Squad, Class 2 mech pilot. He turned and walked away. I clenched my fist and repeated it in my head. The wheel turns, your time at the top won't last. Afterwards, my boy grabbed me, pumped up. Bro, you're insane. You actually dropped a junior mech pilot? I shook my head. That's nothing. What makes mech pilots dangerous isn't hand-to-hand combat. It's the mech they're piloting. If they had their mechs on, 10,000 of me couldn't touch them. My boy nodded, took it all in. But he was convinced that one day, we'd both be mech pilots. Meanwhile, behind us, under a manhole cover, an orange cat got yanked underground by a black tentacle. No way. Those things can't get into the city. Not long after, I dragged myself home exhausted. Tore open my shirt. The crystal in my chest was glowing purple. Before I could figure out what was happening, everything went black. I collapsed right there. When I came to, I was back in the mysterious space. Gao Mingzi appeared right after. Didn't say a word, just charged at me. Over and over, he knocked me down. I lost count of how long it went on. I pushed everything I had just to barely nick him. He looked at me, cold as ever. You're nowhere near my level. The moment he said that, I jolted awake. My whole body felt completely drained. I immediately understood training in the space burns mental energy. At my current level, 3 hours a day is about all I can handle. But I still wasn't sure. Would the physical gains I made in this space carry over to the real world? So the next day I went to a testing facility, threw one punch. The screen showed 1/500 kilograms. That's getting close to junior mech pilot standards. My agility was up too. That confirmed it. The growth I gained in the training space actually carries into the real world. Next up, I wanted to try piloting a mech, see how far I could actually take it. I got to a mech training facility. The place blew me away just walking in. But when I checked the equipment, the rental fees were outrageous. 5,000 credits for 30 minutes, more than I make in a month. But I told myself, if it makes me stronger, it's worth every credit. I climbed into the mech. The second it powered up, my opponent started wrecking me. Another noob here to throw their money away. You really think anyone can just pilot a mech? I didn't respond, because I already had a plan. Next second, I dropped back into the space. Sure enough, the mech from the real training room was synced into the space. The red mech in the space launched an attack at me. I stepped to the side, dodged it clean, then drove a fist straight into its cockpit, dropped it flat. 2 girls in the training room saw the whole thing. Their eyes lit up. First time they'd ever seen someone hit a red alert in mech training and still come back to take out the opponent. When I stepped out of the training pod, they stopped me immediately. The girl with black hair smiled and said, I'm Sun Qing, acting president of TC Group. Have you ever thought about becoming a mech pilot? If you're interested, give me a call anytime. She handed me her card. People around us were whispering. I took the card and walked out. Back home, I sat with my thoughts. I knew TC Group, top-tier R&D in tech and mechs, but I couldn't figure out why they'd come to me. Either way, if it helps me get stronger and find my parents, I'm not passing on it. Next day, my boy and I picked up a shift at a restaurant. He leaned over, hyped up, Bro, good news, I scored us tickets to the qualifier. Come check it out. Then we heard screaming outside the restaurant. It was a girl we knew, Xiao Mei, getting harassed by a mech pilot. The guy causing trouble was named Lei Gang. My boy stepped up to stop him. Got punched so hard his nose and mouth were bleeding. The restaurant owner tried to talk it out, got kicked flying across the room. Lei Gang was about to go even further. I couldn't hold it anymore. I charged in and cracked him across the face, blood everywhere. Lei Gang lost it. He was about to invoke his mech pilot authority. Then Sun Qing walked up out of nowhere. Lei Gang saw her and the attitude dropped instantly. Threw out a few threats, then slunk off with his tail between his legs. Afterwards, I thanked Sun Qing. She asked me again, was I willing to join TC Group? Still couldn't give her a straight answer. That afternoon, Thanks to my boy's ticket, we made it to the MM qualifier, but neither of us expected it. Among the competitors was the same rich kid who kicked me into the trash, Zhang Yang, cocky as ever, acting like he'd already won. Before the match even started, he was talking trash. Let me show you all what real mech combat looks like. What he didn't see coming, his opponent was Lei Gang. Lei Gang? How is he here? He's a competitor. Why is he in the qualifier? Probably targeting our group. If he wins and bets against our group stock on the market, it's gonna drop a few more points. No surprise, Zhang Yang came in all that swagger. He got beaten just as bad up on that stage. Couldn't even stand up. The moment the ref called it for Lei Gang grinned and said, "How about a little bonus round? I'll pick one lucky audience member to join me for a special show." His eyes swept across the crowd and landed right on me.